Finland, 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 the country where I want to be boldly trekking.
Lovely cold Finland I find myself in once again. Over here, you may remember from my very old video on Finland, or Helsinki, is a food market. I'm gonna go have a look in the food market, see if everything's working in order. I'm currently in Finland where everything has to close at 6 p.m. So supporting the businesses during the day kind of has to be done. From my memory, this was a good place to get lunch last time. So I'm gonna go sample some of the delights this time. Come join me.
Finland, 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 it's the country for me. You're so near to Russia, so far.
Well, immediately we can see this magnificent building was built in 1889. And thankfully, unlike a lot of places, stood the test of time. Some crazy architect didn't think, hey, I know we can do this better. No, they actually thought this is actually a lovely building, and they've kept it. In a way, it's a magnificent building. I have to say I'm a big fan of this one. Let's go inside, have a look. Let's hope that COVID fear hasn't decimated this place.
Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
Let's hope there's life to be seen. And I'm sure by the time you see this video, people would have realized there's nothing to be fearful of and they've moved on. But let's go check it out. Sadly, my fears were realized in the fact that, as we can see automatically, it looks rather sparse and empty. Probably good news in terms of being able to film, bad news in terms of getting the footfall and the business that these sort of places deserve.
You maniacs! You blew it up! Oh, damn you!
It has everything from wine and champagne to local produce in the form of sauces, caviar, I think. So just here we have one of my favorites, which I've discovered since being in Finland. It's called this muna voila. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it's basically a sort of pastry with eggy butter and chives on top. It's very, very tasty. But let's continue. And over here we have some magnificent Finnish cheeses. Fantastic, all made in Finland. But not just Finnish cheeses, we have the Roqueforts, the Bries from France. I don't know where this one's from, maybe this is Finnish, but very, very beautiful.
A little fermented curd will do the trick. So I curtailed my wall-polling activities, sallied forth and infiltrated your place of purveyance to negotiate the vending of some cheesy comestibles.
What we have here is red deer meat, elk jerky, and I assume elk is what the English call a deer. Yeah, it's a different type of deer. And we've got reindeer over here, very tasty, cold smoked reindeer. One of the favorites in this place is a thing called salmon soup, worthy of your time. Over here we have local honey. I was lucky enough to be in the lakelands of Finland recently, and locals gave me one of their lakeland honey. They said it was popular with the bears. This guy's been waiting for his tip so long, he's looks almost dead. Compared to a lot of Finland, this place is actually reasonable value. It's pretty rare to see teas and coffees these days in central Helsinki for less than 4.5, 5 euros. But here we can get like a, well, even the latte is 4.5 euros, but you can get a coffee for 2.90, reasonable value. And the salmon soup, I think last time I was here was at 10 euros, now it's at 12.5. It's a considerable price increase. A bit of ice cream for desserts, mascarpone with figs. Not bad, vanilla, chocolates, strawberry, lemon. And these, we've got a spring roll with shrimp, spring roll with chicken, spring roll with vegetable. Oh, these look really tasty. Tempura, very tasty, deep fried shrimps. I think I might go for one of these this time. Even a vegetarian version, alternative to the pulled pork, is oat. If you're after the Asian cuisine, there's a good selection of Asian food here. Spicy bowl, yuzu bowl, salmon bowl, all good. Well, once again, thank you for joining me on another one of my little adventures. Please excuse the delay in getting this footage out to YouTube that is now CorpTube. Between the Ukraine war and trying to assist where I can, editing has taken a back seat. However, my hope is travel footage is evergreen. If you want more Finland content, check out my Finland playlist, and if you are curious about other markets, I've made a playlist on some of the markets I've witnessed around the world. Very popular in this part of Finland is the salmon and the caviar on top of the rye bread, and we've got prawns on top of the rye bread. Very, very tasty. Gravlax fillet, smoked salmon. This is some of my favorite. I love this stuff. You want a selection of interesting beer, and I tell you, the Finns produce a lot of good beer. I haven't tried this one, and I haven't tried this one, and I haven't tried this one. Mostly because in Finland the price of beer is so expensive. Any to export it, they added so much tax that it becomes almost unprofitable for the export markets. But worthy of your time when you're here. It's not cheap, but it's good quality. More salmon. This is the sort of place you'd come if you were sort of entertaining your dinner guests on a large piece of salmon. I'll give you a price in perspective, 32 euros a kilogram for the Norwegian. For some reason the Finnish one is more expensive at 48 kilograms. Honestly, if you can smell it, it's very mouth-watering, really, really good. And I presume this is probably reindeer skin or ribson. I don't know what sort of skin that is, but it's interesting. It's very soft. A medley of seafood, a medley of octopus, 59. I don't know how much that is. This is from Italy though. 39.5 euros for this squid. And then obviously this is very tasty. Some more rye bread, here's salmon, similar themes. Yeah, the secret is to buy your food from these little side places and then go sit down in one of the tables. You're allowed to do that. You can sit in the back room and you can eat to your heart's content. So you can get yourself some 4.5 euros salmon here. Notice the difference of prices. We've seen 4.5 to 5 to 6. So this seems to be the best value right now. Oh wow, look, the smoked cold reindeer. You can probably take home 10 euros. And 13 euros for the salami. Bear salami. Not sure how I feel about that, but when in Rome. So this is the very traditional gallia. It's kind of like a meatball. Very, very tasty. It's tempting, it's tempting. Kanaliskila. And wow, look over here, we've got some sort of... What do we have here? It's sold in little tubs. Hi. I'm just wondering, what is it?
It's halva, halva sweet dessert.
A dessert? Ah, okay. I thought it was bread, but it's dessert. I think I can recognize it now. Thank you. We got baklava. Oh my god, looks so tasty. Beautiful baklava. Dates. Beautiful. Lots of nuts. Something for all tastes, really. Reindeer Kebab. Finnish. Once you've had all those Finnish beers, you fancy a bit of reindeer kebab. Not too bad.
Hello.
Hi there. Reindeer. Maybe later. It looks like a lot of food. Looks very tasty. Very, very tasty. You can see there's a lot on offer here, and in normal times it would be very, very busy. A little bit quiet today. We've got the beautiful sandwiches, very tasty. For dessert, this is a lingonberry pie, very, very tasty. And a bit of a rhubarb. It's kind of a rhubarb type pie dessert. probably the closest thing we had earlier to the monkey, but it's not a monkey. I don't know what it's like. It looks like a donut. If you're feeling generous, do click the like button, and if you haven't had the urge to subscribe just yet, maybe you might consider that today. It really does help me to continue making the content I make. An Englishman can get his fish and chips there. You see, it does pay to shop around, but here, if you want the salmon soup, €10.20, so it's 12 euros over there. So do have a look at the prices. Similar dishes, different prices. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go for a bit of salmon soup.
Hello, may I help you?
Just having a look. Just being a tourist. Sorry. Is that right? Looks great. I think it was all the Finnish food I've been trying recently that I just had an urge. I started salivating to have the roasted pork baguette. It's a light lunch. I get something else later. That looks fantastic. It smells so good. I think good is an understatement. This is really, really, really good. It's amazing. Wow. It's tangy, it's flavoursome, it's juicy. It's really good. Well, I have to say I'm left rather satisfied after that, and honestly a great place to come if you're looking to sample some traditional Finnish food. They certainly have an array of that. I apologise I didn't really go for the traditional Finnish food. The Finns are big fans of Asian food, so I don't think I did too badly there. And in fairness, if you're on a budget, it's a good place to go. Thanks once again to my paid up members. You guys are very, very much appreciated. Stay peaceful, stay happy, keep progressing, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you.